Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today, a lot of you guys asked for this, a 2024 election prediction between Kamala Harris and Nikki Haley. So let's say Nikki Haley wins the 2024 presidential Republican primary, and then Kamala Harris, she becomes the Democratic nominee after Biden drops out. So I did a Nikki Haley versus Joe Biden video a couple weeks ago. And it pretty well, so let's see how this video does. So we'll start off with the safe Democratic states: Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii. There's also going to be the District of Columbia, Maryland, Massachusetts, not Connecticut. I forgot how this was likely somehow in the general election, but Vermont, Maine's first congressional district, and will New York be safe in this scenario? No. Alright, let's move to the safe Republican states: Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska's 3rd district, not Nebraska's 1st district, Nebraska at large, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. It was kind of a shocker to me that Trump won South Carolina by a safe margin, and the only reason I'm also putting safe for Nikki Haley is that she was a pretty okay governor in South Carolina, and yeah. Now let's move on to the likely Democratic states. We're going to put Colorado, New Mexico. Colorado's shifting left. I feel like New Mexico might shift right, but in this prediction, they're both likely. I'd say Colorado about around 12 points to the left, and New Mexico maybe like 6 points to the left. We're also going to be putting Illinois. Let's also put New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Connecticut, Rhode Island in there. New Hampshire. No, New Hampshire is going to be lean. Okay, so let's talk about Illinois. Illinois, New York, they're big cities. Trump just had that had that appeal there. He had that charisma. Haley obviously doesn't have that, but I feel like Illinois stays in likely, but New York stays in safe. Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island. These are places with Republicans that are more moderate, just richer areas. Obviously, not all of it is richer. Like Providence. Those Republicans, Haley's gonna appeal to them more, and they're gonna be able to stay in likely Dem. Obviously, Haley is not gonna flip these states, but let's move on to the likely Republican states. This is Ohio, Iowa, Nebraska's 1st, Texas, Florida, Maine 2nd, and Alaska. All of these states were likely on the presidential level this year. So, this is it for the likely Republican states. I feel like Haley does a bit worse in Florida than Trump does a bit worse in Texas, does a bit worse in Iowa. Maybe not Ohio, maybe not Maine 2nd, but Minnesota is going to be a lean Democrat. Virginia, Youngkin helps get it down to lean Democrat. New Hampshire gets down to lean Democrat. Maine at large gets down to lean Democrat. Okay. Now let's talk about the final swing states. And then the final, 7 swing states, right? Let's start with the Sun Belt. Haley's, there's gonna be the other Carolina. Haley does okay there. Haley does not have the charisma in Georgia that Trump does. She still wins it by a lean margin because of just how horrible Harris did. Sorry, not lean, a tilt Republican margin. She wins Arizona. I don't know how Trump won it by likely, but she wins it by lean. Nevada, she wins it by tilt. She does not have the charisma with Hispanics that Trump does, but it's just how horrible of a candidate that Harris is. Harris wins Wisconsin, actually. Haley does okay in Michigan, but only wins Pennsylvania by a tilt margin, and Harris wins Nebraska's 2nd by a lean margin. So thank you for watching this video between Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and Nikki Haley and Glenn Youngkin. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.